Two. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for your patience as we dealt with some behind the scenes issues. Hopefully, you won't be experiencing any more skipping or anything like that. But we are going to jump right back into things. So, Rina, if you'll take us away.
So you find yourselves on this strange shore. The moons have set. Yes, set. That is the only word for what they are doing currently. And a sun or two is slowly peeking its way over the horizon as you wearily make your way to shore. The gold flecks follow you, just hovering gently over the ground. And you can see by the light of the suns that are rising that nothing and everything is familiar here. There are trees, yes, but they don't look exactly like trees you've seen before. There's mountains in the distance, but the angles are strange, and like the angles on the boat, they don't quite make sense to you. There's sand on the beach, but it's a strange shifting prism of colors that makes no sense to you. Everything here is colorful in colors that your brain registers green, no blue, no purple, no yellow, no orange, cycling through and through and through, trying to figure out what exactly those colors are, and never exactly able to land on what they are. You hear strange bird cries, at least you hope they're birds. You hear the buzzing, somewhat familiar, but strange all at the same time, of insects of some kind. The boat is gone. The jellyfish, whatever it was, is gone, and you are on dry land. You see forest up ahead, stretching as far out as you can see, and there's a path leading in that direction. Strange brown. That's a color you recognize. That is definitely brown path.
Good
Meandering
old
through the
Brown.
fields towards the trees. Yes, good old brown.
I will click the pocket flashlight on. Um, and it's absolutely pathetic beam will sweep around. What do we do now?
Well, when Kowalski does that, so the light from the flashlight, does that resolve any of these weird ass colors?
No, it's like the light almost gets absorbed by them.
Hmm.
These are killing me. And Kowalski, Thea, are you okay? I want a little rudimentary physical check on the moon. Did that thing hurt you physically?
No, no, I'm all right.
I don't think so. I I don't. My body feels okay.
I got a taste, Thea. I got a taste of what that thing was doing to you when I just a taste. Are you okay otherwise? You need anything otherwise? I got a glimpse.
Um, I'll be all right. It's I've lived with that for 10 years now. We've got more important matters ahead of us. We need to figure out where we are. We need to figure out where we are and how the hell we're gonna get off this ugly ass rock. Just- we gotta focus on that. I'm fine. I'm fine. I am always fine. curls are still there. We're good. Let's go.
Yeah, we're fine. We're gonna be fine. I can do some orienteering stuff here. Figure out where we're going.
That's
Well-
not much of a choice.
There is a path, says Poppy. In my opinion, that's a good place to start. In my experience, paths at least go somewhere.
Yeah,
Better.
right. That's what they taught us in our 3-week intensive forest survival course. If you find a path, follow it, unless there's someone trying to kill you.
3 weeks. Sounds like you were in charge, Hannah. Lead on, CO.
3 whole weeks. How did you ever survive?
I brought snacks.
Of course you did.
Question, does Poppy still have the heels on?
She's taken her heels off. She swam with them in one hand, and she's holding them and looking.
But she did not drop them.
No, she did not
still
drop
has
her,
them.
her stilettos. She's standing there. Her wig has fallen off at this point. She couldn't keep a hold of it in the water, but she's got her heels. Oh, that was real human hair, too. Do you know how expensive those things are? Stupid
Yes.
jellyfish.
As a matter of fact.
All right. My feet are going to be killing me. But off we go. She puts her hands on her hips and she starts marching off towards the path.
Big girl panties on. You coming? Looking at the others and taking off after Poppy.
Yeah. Let's go. Hup, 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 hup.
You start off down the path. The suns are rising faster than you expect the sun to rise. The day-night cycle must be a lot different here. It's also a little chilly. There's some strange kind of greenish clouds that are settling in, covering part of the light from the suns. But as you walk,
Okay,
you
I
realize
gotta. Suns. How many suns are in this damn place?
Two.
3 moons and 2 suns.
Yes.
I should have never started reading that sci-fi. You were right, Kowalski. I should have stuck with westerns because I don't like it. I don't like it.
I get that you don't like it, but I'm glad that you did. Maybe you can figure it. You might be better suited to figuring our way out of here than anybody else.
Look at how many goddamn shadows we all have. This is. Sorry. Let's go, Hannah. Please, let's just do it.
As you make your way down this path, you realize that it's interestingly calm here. It's not overwhelming with sensory input. There's not a lot of smells and noise and all that kind of chaos that you're used to. It's actually it's weirdly pleasant in a way. Breeze on your face, sound of nature, even though it's not nature you're familiar with. You see a herd of 8-legged horses running across the path up ahead of you, disappearing off into the trees. There's shifting greenish, purplish colors shimmering. Insects buzz over your heads. Something that looks kind of like a dragonfly lands on your shoulder for a moment, Thea, before buzzing off. There's little slithering things moving through the grass that you catch just a glimpse of before they're gone. And they're all these beautiful colors. You can't name them, but they're fascinating.
Is anyone else getting a little bit of a Wizard of Oz Technicolor vibe from all this? I do not know what they slipped into those drinks, but I wish they would just slip some aside because I could probably use a little of this later on. Minus the gigantic black squid thing.
Honey, you need to snap out of that delusion. This is real, whatever it is. And the sooner we come to grips with it, the sooner we'll, I don't know, come to grips with it. There we are.
I like my delusions. They've allowed me to survive this long.
Poppy, I gotta ask, where did you get this glitter from?
Oh,
Because it's still following us, right?
it is.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe it's in the glitter.
it was in the club when I came in this afternoon. I just assumed that someone had spilled some of their glitter, you know, Mary Poppin. She's always got massive amounts of glitter everywhere. It is a bit disturbing. I've never seen glitter behave like that.
Can I catch any of it in my hand? Like, is it physical? I'm gonna
Give me a
try.
dex roll. Give me a dex roll.
36. Oh, wow. 70. 36 under 70. One away from a hard success. If I need a hard success to catch glitter. Keeper.
No, you don't need a hard success to catch glitter. You manage to scoop a few particles of it into your hand, and it just sort of hovers there. It emits this low, gentle buzz.
Like, I can hear it. Like,
Yeah.
so put it near Kowalski. You got all those pilot senses. You hear this?
Hold it up to my ear.
Yeah, there's this low sort of buzzing hum. It's kind of pleasant.
Is it like a song, or is it just sort of like an ongoing note?
Ongoing sound.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that. I'm not sure why the glitter is vibing with us, but okay.
Glitter. Oh, vibing. I yell at the glitter. Stupid glitter. Wait, when was Ghostbusters 2? This might be before Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
you're a little
Never
early.
mind.
You originated it. You
Yeah,
originated
maybe you
it.
gave them the idea.
My
Stick it
middle
in a
name's
toaster,
Zemeckis.
right?
Yes.
It, if unless you try to keep it in your hand, it'll just gently float off,
And does
rejoining
it
the horde.
float sort of in the air, or does it have its own locomotion?
It seems to be floating in the air, but it's moving with you. So as you progress down the path, it's moving along.
Calling this stuff alive. And like, at first I thought the whole place was covered with this glitter. I think this is the same. I think you're right. This is the same glitter. Poppy. It's just this. Is this why we're here? The glitter? Is this some stuff that brought us to a different planet?
I know as much as you do, darling.
I just feel like you're so wise to some of this stuff. Okay, you're right.
Yes, magical glitter that takes you to other dimensions. That is 100% up my alley.
Damn it! When you say it like that, I don't think it sounds that smart anymore. Okay, let's keep going.
As you're having this conversation, you all start to feel sort of strange sensation. You're moving down the path, suns are rising, glitter's floating with you. You're talking about to at the glitter, but you feel sort of raising of hairs on the back of your neck. All of you've done boot camp, you've done survival training, you feel like you're being watched. You can all give me a spot hidden roll. Anyone pass?
Not I. Super useless on the eyes today.
That is a 4 under 9 for an extreme success.
Yep. Just a normal success for one under 55.
Okay, so Kowalski, you definitely, as you look around, there is something around you that is watching you. You know this for a fact. But Thea, you turn and look, and you've got this glimpse of something painfully bright. Not behind you, not beside you. No matter where you turn your head, it always seems to be in the corner of your vision. But there's some painful light following you, watching you, and you specifically are going to give me a sand roll.
Sometimes it helps not to look at the darkness. Not to look at the mythos right in the eye. Oh. Ooh. That is a 46 under 48.
Okay, lose 1 point of sand as this pain burns itself into your eyes for a brief second.
What is, and I, what are you? What do you want? Ugh.
Give me a power roll. Since you specifically asked it.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, the dice are with me. That is an 18 under 23 for a hard success.
You hear a loud, booming cacophony of voices in your head, multiples all at once, speaking in many voices, yet one voice at the same time. You do not belong. You will be cleansed.
Oh.
Thea, what's the matter? What's wrong, Thea?
You know,
I
you
knew
don't
that
hear it?
tentacle thing. Are you okay?
You don't hear it? Oh,
No, hear what?
cleanse.
And
Do-
Anna's looking around, like trying to pick something out.
Do we hear it?
You don't hear it.
Okay.
Only Thea.
All right.
Ah, cleansed my left boot. Will be cleansed. I've heard that before. Last time that freaking church decided to protest. Cleansed. Does it just keep doing it over and over, or is it just like one big, just
One
once?
big boom, and then it fades away.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Oh. Remember, she's just talking in general. Do you remember? You remember when that fucking church came to town? Those church members decided to hold that big ass protest down in the middle of town near the bar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was the talk of my unit. I couldn't say anything that I wanted to say about that. Yeah. What, why? What, you heard? What'd you hear?
Remember? Something doesn't want us here. We didn't want to be here either. We didn't ask for this. Just leave us alone. Let us go home.
Poppy puts her arm around your shoulders. Come on, dear darling. It'll be all right. We'll get away from whatever it is you saw and shut the fuck up, whoever you are.
Cleanse. They want to cleanse us. We're to be cleansed.
Tell them what kind of cleansing they can do.
That was.
Be all right, dear. It'll be all right.
I'll be better when we can get the hell out of here. Get back to life. I'm
There it
done with
is.
this.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. She kind of, goes to take your hand and lead you further along.
Yeah, don't
You-
resist. Just go.
You travel further down the path. You still constantly feel that presence behind you, beside you, wherever it's following you, whatever it is. And Thea, when you turn your head back, sometimes you catch a glimpse of that fierce light, that bright white, piercing light in the corner of your eye. And you can't quite get that voice out of your head. But you go further down the path, trying to figure out where you are, where you're going. And you see a town up ahead. Path going right through it. It's sprawling sort of town. The buildings are unfamiliar shapes and a variety of sizes, but they're all covered in colorful paint, these shifting colors that the paint is peeling, revealing dull monochrome stone beneath it. You can see that as you approach. You don't hear any sound. You don't hear any people or anything moving in it, but this is the first sign of civilization you've seen since you've gotten here.
Can you hear anything?
Give me a listen roll. No,
82 over whatever my listen is.
you don't hear anything.
Any movement?
No people, no movement.
Well, all right. Let's check it out.
Maybe we can scavenge some supplies or something.
Get inside, away from whatever this thing that's following us. Whatever it is.
Yeah. So Hannah's gonna kind of not make a ton of noise, but head in a cheerful but cautious way over towards the building.
Okay. You cross into the town. Path runs right through the center of it, and it is eerily quiet. There's no people here now that you're in the town itself. You don't hear any other animals. You hear the insects buzzing. But you can head into one of these buildings if you'd like to.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a two-story building, this first one that you come across. It is paint peeling, the doors partially busted in. It's a strange stone that you don't recognize. It's what it's made of. The door is made of wood, some kind of wood, you don't know what. But when you walk inside, you see that this room is full of tomes and scrolls lining shelves and shelves and shelves. There's some of them carelessly sprawled across tables. There's some that are dropped on the floor. They are just absolutely everywhere. Uh, there's symbols that have been scratched into paper that is spread out over a table. It is full of interesting looking books and scrolls and all sorts of things. And there's a winding staircase leading up to a second floor.
Is there anything in the scroll that immediately catches my eye as far as like where I am or, what's going on there? I mean, I don't know if there would be like the great big book of what the hell is going on, but that would be lovely.
Okay. Give me a luck roll
No.
as you're looking through some of these scrolls.
Oh, okay. That's a 44 under 55. So that's
Okay.
fine.
So as you're flipping through, just pushing aside some of the scrolls that have been spread across, you find most of them are written with weird symbols in a language of some kind you don't recognize, completely alien to anything you've ever seen before. But then you come across one that's written in English, an older English, more like Shakespearean English with this odd spelling and archaic forms. But it's full of mathematical equations, but there are lines that have been written next to them saying things like, the beings what dwell in this realm, the melding, render me safe from all harm.
Oh, that's useful. Did anybody come with me, or am I hanging out here reading on my own?
I came with you.
Great. I'm gonna point you to that and say, here, Egghead, read this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
I'll take a look over it. I actually have physics at a pretty decent level.
Mhm.
If I look at like the mathematical equations, do they make any sense to me?
Give me a physics roll.
Okay. Ooh, that is a 7, which
Mhm.
is
Oh,
under an 8 for an extreme.
okay. So you're able to put a few pieces of things together here. This one looks like an equation for some kind of flying machine, like a rudimentary one, like maybe Leonardo da Vinci might have put together.
Okay.
Um, but the ones beyond that are a little stranger. And you realize that they're not making sense to you because they're more alchemical in nature. With a 7, you recognize them as alchemy.
Oh, okay.
You could give me an occult roll.
Uh, do I have that?
Well, you've got base, if nothing else.
I have base. Ooh, okay. I rolled a 17.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to burn 12 points of luck to
Yes.
hit the occult roll.
I mean, yay. Okay.
Your mind
So,
explodes.
with the successful occult roll, you recognize that some of these equations are for distilling the essence of a person into, is it air or into liquid or something? But it's all about changing your form.
Okay. Like full on transmutation?
Transmutation, transubstantiation, it's all a physical change.
I look sideways at the glitter that's omnipresent and floating nearby.
So while Kowalski's looking at the formulas, Hannah was going upstairs. What were Thea and Janice doing?
Well, just going inside,
Mm-hmm.
does that eliminate that ridiculously bright glowing from the edge of my eye?
For the moment, yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to take a few minutes and feel a little bit better about that. And then I guess start looking around for lack of anything else to do. Just anything that might, I don't know, newspapers or any kind of paperwork, maybe give us names, give us
Mm-hmm.
dates, give us any kind of idea of maybe where we're at. Potentially maps, files,
Mm-hmm.
anything along those lines.
Okay, so you can give me library use. Janice?
So all of my friends have gone into this room, into this house, and
Mhm.
dispersed. So I'm going to stay at the door.
Okay.
I'm going to close it mostly, and I'm just going to keep a close eye on the road and outside because, I mean, we are in a weird situation, but we also are trained, and I'm going to
Mhm.
fall back on some of that training and stop thinking so damn much about how none of this makes any sense.
Mhm.
That is a 49 over 20. So that is probably
No.
not going to happen.
So you're
Um,
looking and looking, you're trying to find things, but it's all in this strange language that you think it's a language anyway. It could just be math in numbers that don't make sense, but it's it makes no sense to you. Janice at the door, you start to hear, "Hey, what do you call two gay men who walk into a bar?" And then it trails off and there's a little bit of laughter. And then you hear, "Why can't you just be satisfied being a girl? What is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?" Getting really loud in your head just for a moment. It's a voice that sounds familiar, but you can't quite place, and then it dies away. And you hear all these little comments. "What's wrong with you? Why can't you? Why aren't you? Hey, what do you?" Little nasty jokes and comments building up in your head.
Open the door wider. I'm going to step out, looking around for who's saying this, what's saying this, getting angry.
There's nothing outside. Michael, as you're flipping through this scroll, this tome, looking at these equations, you hear, "Why can't you be a real man?"
I'll like glance over my shoulder.
Toughen up.
Shake my head and try and ignore it. Go back to the math.
Thea, you hear, "What do you think? Do you think, yeah, it's possible. Could be. But I'm not sure. Have you tried asking?" As if I'd go ask, as if I'd talk to. And you hear the name that you go by in your work life echoing through your mind, and the voices repeating it over and over. And then you hear, "Well, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They're sure." Huh. And a little evil laugh. It's just sort of bitter, dismissive kind of laugh.
my face would start to grimace. My eyes would close. My fist clench. And probably just before it switches from my dead name to the rest of the comments, just, "I am not that person. Shut it. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up." I am. I know who I am.
Anna, you make your way up this winding staircase and you hear whispers. "Do you think there's something wrong with her? Something just doesn't seem right. She's different. She's wrong. There's something wrong with her."
Kind of spins on the stair and almost loses her balance. So it starts, hey, what the god damn it. And then feels silly because there's nobody around. What the hell? Fuck. Starts back up the stairs.
You make your way upstairs. You're starting to feel itchy a little bit in your left arm, like something's nibbling at you, like maybe an insect is biting you a little bit there on your left arm. But you look around and you see that there are strange instruments, like scientific instruments in here, stretched out on a table, spread out across some countertops. There's what looks like a mechanical version of a plague doctor's mask laid out
Yeah.
on the table next to some instruments of some kind. And there's robes just laying on the floor,
Like lab coats?
like robes.
Robes. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
worse. That's worse. Um, so she's gonna where the itch is, it's reflex from Texas, right? Something's
Mm-hmm.
biting you, you slap at it. And then she kind of thinks twice, and after she slaps at it and looks down at her arm.
Make me a hard power roll, Hannah.
Okay, hold on.
The rest of you are starting to feel itching in your left arms.
Okay, well, that's 31 on 60. So I will spend that luck to get it down to 30.
You slap at your arm, and the itch stops for a moment. You look down. There's nothing there. There's no bites or anything, but it itches unbearably. And it's like you start to feel it all around the rest of your arm, more almost like little tiny mosquitoes or maybe some fleas are nibbling at you.
So kind of jerking a little bit. But I want to check out the equipment, and I do have experience doing some chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to see if there's anything I recognize or any kind of compounds or materials.
Okay. So give me a chemistry roll.
Is 15 under 40. That's a
Okay.
hard
Hard
success.
success. All right. So there are some things that look vaguely familiar. Nothing looks exactly right here.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some kind of experiment. There was some kind of experiment happening here for changing things, changing the essence of something from one thing to another thing. Was that pure chemical in nature? Just were they maybe alchemists trying to transmute things into gold?
Yeah.
What were they doing with this here?
Yeah. Is there any lead around or gold or
Just glitter.
stuffed alligators? No. Okay. All
No
right.
alpacas either.
And then she's really finding the goddamn itch really distracting. But kind of poking a toe into one of the robes. Is there anything in it?
Oh, it's kind of strange the way they're draped there. It's like someone just sort of stepped out of them.
Oh, okay. Right. Anything else seem of interest up here? Does the itching get better or worse as I move back towards the stairs?
It's receded a little bit,
Okay.
but it's still there.
Okay. I'll head back down,
Mhm.
for lack of a better idea.
Okay. The rest of you are feeling this itching up your arms, and I'll take that hard power roll from you as you're trying to look around, you're trying to stand vigilance, but it's, and the voices and the itching, it's just I'll roll for Poppy.
Absolutely not. 60 over. I think yeah, 60 over 25.
24 out of 24, just barely made it.
Okay. You're muted, Heather.
Thank you. I apologize. That is a 28 under 46, and I'm going to go ahead and spend that 5 points of luck, because why
Okay.
not? To make that a hard success.
So you both, Kowalski and Thea, you managed to just, all right, stop this, itching. It's driving me crazy, but I can work through this. I can focus. I can just ignore it. I can just ignore it. But Janice, you look down at your arm, you scratch at it. Your arm is fading. You can still feel it, but it's slowly losing its visibility. It just slowly fades, 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 until there's just a sort of shimmer denoting where it was. And when you touch it, you can feel it. You grab onto it, but it's sort of squishy. Like some of the essence of your arm has been leached. And you notice the threads, those colorful threads, are no longer emanating from where your arm was. And I'm going to need a sanity roll. One for Poppy, too, because she lost her arm.
Son of a bitch, I know what they're doing.
52 over 46.
Okay. You lose 5 points of sanity. Give me an intelligence roll.
Good news, everyone. I have an intelligence of 80.
Don't think too hard.
I rolled really bad. I got a 64
Oh no.
Okay.
under 80.
So I have a custom bouts table for this scenario. All right. This one's interesting. All right. Autophobia. You become terrified of being alone. You must be near or in contact with another person at all times. Which makes sense. You're losing part of yourself. What if you suddenly stop being there at all if no one's around to perceive you?
So I was inching sort of out into the street angrily, and this is happening. So I moved back into the room, into the house, slam the door, look around, and is it Kowalski? That's whoever I see first.
Yeah,
It's either Kowalski or Thea.
he's down on the ground floor, kind of rifling through the scrolls and paperwork.
And I'll run Kowalski, and I'm going to put my arms around you. I'm going away. I'm losing. Look at I'm
What?
going
Where?
away. And I'm
What
going
are
to
you
show
talking?
my.
What are you talking about? Where are you going? Oh,
Look at it's
shit.
going away. Are you going away? Oh my god!
No. Relax. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at
It's
me. Don't
gone.
look. Nope.
I
No,
can
it's
feel
not.
it.
Nope. Look at me. Don't look at your arm. I'm gonna try, like, while she's looking at me. Sorry. Um, I'm gonna try and grab their hand.
The one that's there, the one that's gone.
The one that's kind of fading.
You grab for it and it feels like gelatin in your hand.
Do I feel that?
It feels squishy to you, Janice.
Ah, it's not right. It's not right. Oh my god.
No, it's not. I think I have an idea of what they were trying to do here, whoever they is. I'm not sure what they were.
You got to put it back. That fix it. You've got to fix
I
it.
I might be able to do that.
You've gotta. You've gotta. Kowalski.
Okay. Um, Rina, can Kowalski try and figure out a way to reverse engineer whatever this transmutation thing is?
It would be an alchemy roll,
Oh, good.
Yeah, how many points you got in
which
alchemy?
would be base 1, I believe.
Well, it'd be a 3-week course.
Yeah.
30-week course in
I took
alchemy.
a 3-week course on alchemy.
Paid for by the army.
It'd be a 1. Okay, well, I have the idea. I might as well roll.
Mhm.
I can't take it down from an 82. So
No. So you're not sure what the formula was. You're not sure you can reverse it. It's hard to figure out what exactly they were doing with it. But oh man.
I think, um, and like I think as Hannah comes downstairs, I'll ask, what's up there, Hannah? Did you find anything?
Chemistry set, basically. Couple of bathrobes.
Chemistry set. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know what they were doing. In our world, we'd probably call it conversion therapy. It's a little bit more literal in this one. I'm not sure what and I'll go over that. I think, as far as I can tell, again, not an expert, this is alchemical in nature, is designed to change something from one thing into another.
Well, let's get going then. You don't need this.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, Janice, you'll be all right.
Easy for you to say.
Janice, look at me. Look at she like it's like a small dog looking up at a larger dog. She just gets up under your face.
I'm waving my missing arm in front of Hannah.
Yeah,
Look,
no, I hear
make-
that. Listen. How many guys you know in the service lost a limb? Yeah, she's still looking way up at you.
Not like this, Hannah. What if
All
the rest
right, all right, but go with me. Go with me. How many guys you know lost a limb, right? You're still you.
A lot.
You're still you, okay?
I'm losing myself here.
Not yet. Stay with us.
No, something's trying to take you from you.
So those evil fuckers outside, I heard them.
All right.
Just like same shit always. Same shit, different planet. I'm telling you, the science fiction shit. Like, can you? And I'm gonna try and grab Hannah with my missing arm as well, and see if there's any strength in it. See if there's any power in it.
It's so hard to hold on to anything. Everything sort of slips and slides and it feels so squishy.
So my grip on everything. This is it.
Yep. Let's keep going. You're still here. Let's keep going and get back.
You make your way out of the building back to the road. Poppy is holding herself together surprisingly well, considering her arm has disappeared. She failed her int roll. So she doesn't seem to quite understand how bad this is. And you keep going along the path. You feel that brightness behind you, Thea, and the rest of you feel that presence more now too. It's not quite there, but it's feels closer somehow. It wants you. But Thea knows it wants you gone. And you move along, crest a hill. Flowers are blooming around you. The suns have come out from behind the clouds. It's warm. It's pleasant. It's completely at odds with how you're feeling at this moment. This peaceful place that is sapping the life out of you. And then you hear, "Oh, how strange. What is it?" "Huh. I don't know what it is." And you feel what feels like cold something cold running up and down your bodies, like you're being touched, like someone is poking and prodding at you, running something up and down your arms, touching your face. And then you hear a second voice saying, "Oh, they still have bodies. That's what that is." Ew. Poke,
And
prod.
Hannah's gonna whip around with the broken off bracelet and be like, "Hey, nobody asked you. Fuck off."
We're
Just stab it into the air.
we're
What
we're
are those?
we're humans.
Poke, prod. Oh, you still need eyes. Oh, how quaint.
Yes, we do. We don't mean to be trespassing. We're just trying to get home.
Hmm. Home. This is home.
For you?
Yes.
Guys, help me out here. I'm talking to the sky. I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
What
I've been
strange parts you have? Poking at your arm.
It lets us experience the world.
Did you choose to look like that?
No,
It must be a
I
choice. No one would want to be like that unless you chose it.
hmm, some of us choose it. Others don't. Others feel trapped.
We don't. We don't
And
need bodies anymore. We haven't for generations, millennia, eons. We have seen worlds come and go since we had these. Ugh.
um, what have you felt in that time?
Felt? We feel
Uh,
safe.
ooh,
We are one. We are together. We are melded. We are safe. We cannot be harmed.
Is that what's happening to me? Pointing at my missing arm.
Oh, you are melding. You will be safe soon.
want to be safe. I want to be home.
Yeah. Let's keep to the mission here. This isn't for us.
Hmm. The Halleck is hunting you. You don't belong.
That's what I said.
What?
You could belong, but you don't. You will belong soon.
It'd be nice to belong.
It's safe, belonging. No worries.
No.
No
worries.
pain.
Yeah. No bodies, no individual, no joy, no colors, no. What kind of existence is that?
It is existence, and that is enough for us.
I want to be
bullshit.
I want to be safe as much as the next person, but I want my life.
Well, there's a door somewhere. I think you can go through it. Might take you home. Whatever home is. But why would you want to?
Door.
It's dangerous.
There's a door. We need to find the door. We need to go home. We need to get out of here. If there's something hunting us, we need to go. We need to leave. We need to go. We need to go now.
And
You. Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
you feel the nibbling at your left leg this time, all of you. Little bites and jabs. You hear the voices. What is so strange, so weird, so different? You're not sure if it's the voices that were just talking to you or other voices or voices from your past, voices that from things that you know. So different. Gotta fix that. So weird. What is wrong with them? What is wrong with her? Why is he so strange? Just these little voices as the biting intensifies along your legs. I'm gonna need a hard pow roll.
That is a 21 under 23 for a hard.
That'd be a no for me. 62 over 24.
34 under 60.
Okay, you need a hard success.
Oh,
Do you want to
hard.
spend
All
luck
right.
on that,
Yeah,
Hannah?
of course I do. I love spending luck.
Okay.
That's
Spend
what I
all your
do.
luck, please. All right.
I want to spend luck too, but I rolled an 83.
How much luck you got?
I need to get to
Yeah.
25.
Well,
What?
get started then.
Janice and Kowalski, you feel the biting. It's so intense. Your mind is overwhelmed with the thoughts and with the voices and the whispers and the everything. And the biting is so unbearable that it's almost a relief for a moment when you look and you see those threads are gone and you see the limb slowly fading out of existence. You can still put your weight on it mostly, but it feels so wrong. Like something's been sapped from it. You can't see it.
Fuck.
Where do we think
Gotta
that
go,
door?
or I gotta stay.
Yeah, no. We got to find that door.
Stop fucking touching me. You hear Poppy suddenly yell in massive frustration, and she starts marching forward. She still has both of her beautiful legs. All right, I am fucking over this. I don't know about you, but I have not been having a good time. I am writing a terrible review of this place, and I would like to speak to the manager once we get out of here. Shall we go?
I am
Yeah.
My
right
God.
there.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
I like my legs. I like my arms. I like my life. Go. Door.
Not helping now, Thea. And I'm
Sorry.
scared half gone.
Hannah can kind of like help, get under his shoulder and help you out, Janice. It's all right. It's just like when your leg falls asleep. Figure it out. Just keep going. Just keep going.
You keep going. The voices, those two voices of whatever they were, fade away. They don't seem to be following you, or if they are, they're not touching you anymore, which is a relief. You lose that feeling of invasion as they disappear. You go down the path a lot slower because of Kowalski and Janice having limb issues at this point. You maybe make a crutch to help yourselves out. It's slow going, but you keep pace together. Poppy doesn't let anyone fall behind. She is in high dudgeon and is ready to be out of here. Uh, and she's walking without complaining in her stocking feet at this point. You go through a small patch of forest, these massive trees that are 10, 20 times taller than any redwood you've ever seen, partially blocking out the sun. There's flowers everywhere, little things crawling across the path. And as you emerge out the other side of this patch of forest, you see small stone huts lining the path. Very tasteful. Unlike the paint peeling of the town, they've been very well kept up. There's flowers growing in little boxes. The land has been cultivated, and there's symbols painted on them, and it's so bright and vibrant. And then you see these oblong furry creatures come tumbling out of the buildings. They've got multiple eyes and limbs covered in hair. They have no visible mouths, but you all hear them say, "Welcome, visitors, welcome! Oh, it's been so long!" And this is the first sign of physical life you've seen since you entered this place.
Oh, thank God.
Are any of them missing limbs?
No, they've got what you think are limbs kind of sticking out in various places, but they're strange.
Maybe you can help us. We're lost and we're trying to find our way home. We think there's a door nearby that might take us there. Do you know anything about that?
Yes, yes, the door, the door. It will take you somewhere.
Great. Anywhere's better than here at this point.
Oh,
Well,
it has been such a long time since we had any visitors. None of us living can remember. You are not melded.
No, and we're trying to stay unmelded.
We are the Trilith. And they're all chattering away. They seem very happy to see you. They're all kind of clustered around you and they're looking at you and they're talking. You can hear little voices talking to each other back and forth, making observations about you. So tall. Only 4 limbs. 2 eyes. Oh. Is that a... What do you call that thing that they move? I don't know.
We call it a mouth.
Fascinating. Oh, how lovely you are. You are such wonderful things.
Thanks. We can talk to you more about it on the way to the door.
All right. If you want to go. But be careful. And then there's a mutter and a whisper. It's following you, isn't it?
What's following us?
Eating me.
Halleck.
It's taking pieces of me.
The light. The Halleck.
yes.
Yeah, we haven't. Wait, yes, we haven't.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
Yes, it is. More reason why we need to get out of here quickly. Besides losing the limbs.
It hunts the things that don't belong. It burns, cleanses. And you can see with even without a psychology roll, some of them look a little scared.
Yes, exactly. And so we're not supposed to be here. We don't know how we got here, but we're here and we don't want to be here and we want to be home. So we want to be home before the cleansing and before we lose more limbs. Looking at Janice.
Yes.
Door,
Door.
please.
Yes. And then you can all give me a spot hidden roll.
$55, but I'm gonna, in the spirit of not walking away from here with any luck, I'm gonna spend it.
You can't take
So-
it with you.
That's right.
40 under 55. So normal success.
I'm going to await my dice betrayal, inevitable betrayal, but it's not right now. That is a 6 under 9 for an
Nice.
extreme.
100 for a fumble.
Holy shit.
Whoa,
Okay.
there it is.
So there's the rest of you see as you turn, you hear the chittering of these creatures. You turn, you see that flash of bright light in the corner of your eyes. All of you now see this. But Kowalski, you turn all the way, and it is blinding for a moment. And you are overwhelmed with this cacophony of voices that speak as one in your mind, as you can't see anything but this bright, blinding lights. You will be cleansed. You are a stain. You do not belong. We will not have you here. You are unclean. We will cleanse you.
He'll sort of like yelp a little bit, and as the voices are coming on, he'll sort of bend down, almost like with each word hitting him like a physical blow. It'll keep continuing, and he'll eventually go, "Shut the fuck up!" And he will just yell at the top of his lungs, and just push out every bit of emotion, rage, fear, joy, hope, happiness, everything he has at this thing.
All right. You scream. The rest of you just see Kowalski double over and then start screaming, "Shut up." His eyes are bright white, like this light has been reflected into his eyes.
I go over to Mike and to in front of him and just grab him by the shoulders and just kind of shake him a bit. Remember who you are. You're you. You haven't changed. You're still you. I know they won't shut up. I know they won't shut up. We got to get out of here. Now we are not leaving you behind. Come on.
Okay.
And
Okay.
just kind of move, like press his shoulders to get him to like turn around and go, keep walking the way we're supposed to go. The way we think we're supposed to go.
It's coming. We will stop it. We will stop it. We will hold it off as best as we can. Go down the path. The door is at the end of the path.
Clutching Hannah, and I'm gonna stumble run in that direction.
Yeah, she's gonna prop you up and say, "Well, we started the night running. We can end it running. Come on."
After a moment, you look back. Kowalski, you can still barely see. That flash of light in your eyes is so blinding, and that those voices telling you how unclean you are, what a stain you are, how much you need to be cleansed. It just won't shut up no matter what you do. But you look back and you see that these creatures have sort of linked up to form a small wall. And you see that flash of light blindingly closer, rushing towards these things, these creatures, and saying, "Go, we'll stop it. Be beautiful." You all go down the path. It feels like hours and hours of running, but it can't be that long, can it? You're stumbling, tripping. You're so tired. You're exhausted. The burning, nibbling pain, for those of you who manage to resist, it's still there, but you can't quite ignore it. You can't quite get it out of your head. And, oh God, when will it end? It's wearing you down, making you more tired, until you're slowing down. You desperately need to get out of here, but you're just so tired. And it hurts. And it's weighing on you. It's just like stone upon stone. And you make your way over a small hill. And you see in the distance a stone door. It appears to just be standing there. Nothing supporting it, nothing surrounding it, but it's a door. Black and white and gray in this ocean of color. Poppy lets out a weary cheer and starts stumbling down the hill. And then there's a sudden haze in the air. There's a loud cracking noise. And you find yourself surrounded by tattered robes with those mechanical plague doctor like beaks hovering in the air. Sharp implements float along them, scissors and pieces of scientific equipment just hovering in front of you. And a voice that sounds like the one you heard earlier yells, "Stop!" And another one says, "Don't worry. We're here to help you. We're going to fix you." And you're going to make me a sanity roll. As these tattered robes and plague doctor masks hover in the air, snip, snip, snipping. And
Passed it. I'm kind of sad about it, but I passed it.
you lose 1.
That's a 96.
What's your sanity?
50. Oh, excuse me, 47.
So that's a fumble. So you're going to lose the full 6 points.
Yeah, like I said, there's the betrayal.
Kowalski?
Rolled a 78 over 50. Or sorry,
Okay.
46.
You lose 2 points.
Okay.
Janice?
I rolled 64 over my current 41, and I might still be in a bout. So
You got a phobia, so it just is an ongoing thing, not a typical bout. So you lose 3 points of sanity.
I'm indefinite.
Indefinite. All right. So, Thea, why don't you give me that intelligence roll?
Mm. That is on the nose. That's 60.
Okay. So, Thea, for
Mhm.
your bout, self-reliance. You and you alone can fix things. You are going to do this by yourself. You don't need anyone else. You don't need anyone to help you. It is just you. You are going to fix whatever the problem is. Janice? Oh, this one's appropriate. Dissociation. You feel completely detached from yourself, from your body in this moment. You feel like you are an observer in your own life, watching what is happening, not completely feeling, not completely reacting of your own volition. So these things float in the air saying, "We're going to fix you." It's chasing your bodies. Your bodies are what's wrong. We can fix that. You'll be safe.
I don't want to be safe. I want to be me.
Yeah. And Anna's trying to be chipper, I guess, in the face of all this, weirdly, strangely, and is just kind of jolly. She hears Mike say that and is like, yeah, that's right. We don't need this. We don't need these. You're still you. Come on. Come on. We're right there.
They all start looking around wildly. I don't need to be fixed. I'm fine. I am perfectly fine on my own. I don't need to be fixed. Going and going and starts walking very deliberately towards the door.
Janice, one of the things floats over closer to you, and a pair of scissors just sort of snips in the air, says, "Don't you want to be free? Don't you want to be safe?"
Yeah, I sort of do. Nothing else has ever really worked.
We can cut your
Sort of
threads.
tired
You'll
of
be
fighting it.
safe. We'll cut your threads. You'll be safe. You'll be with us. You'll be one of us.
Hannah, just go ahead. Doesn't even matter. I'm halfway gone anyway. There wasn't much there in the first place. Doesn't even matter. I don't care.
All right, you want to jump in first?
Yeah, fuck that. I care. I start pushing Janice through towards the door.
I half-heartedly fight that a little bit. Trying
Give
to
me
decide how much to lean into disassociation
Mm-hmm.
as well as, well, it probably overwhelms the don't be alone. I wouldn't be alone. I'm with my new friends. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to fix everything anyway.
You'd never be alone again. Give me an opposed power roll. What was that?
Well, I fumbled.
Oh,
8 over 50. Wait, 50? Maybe that's not a fumble.
have you not lost any sanity so far?
Oh, I've lost a lot of sanity. I don't think
Mhm.
I've lost any, though, have I?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that was from
POW.
Pal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't lost POW. You didn't lose POW back on the boat. That's right. It was the others
Okay,
who
no.
lost the POW.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
it's not a
fumble. I
fumble.
just
Okay.
failed terribly.
Okay.
But that's good though,
So
right? In this
yeah,
context, that's desirable.
there's a snip as the threads connected to your other arm are cut. And you can make a choice here, Janice, regardless of your bouts. Does Janice really want to stay? Does she want to be safe? Does she want to not go back to all those the fear, the pain, the not being seen, the everything that they have to deal with in their real life? Or do they want to go back?
I think given the bout, the disassociation, it doesn't matter. I mean, Janice wants to go back. Janice wants to, but I think in this state, I'm not. I'm not going to fight for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to protect. I'm not going to protect. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired. Plus this attack on my physical body. I mean, it doesn't even matter anymore in this current state that I find myself in. I guess I'm going to lean into the disassociative aspects of this and say, no, I'm not going to fight this. I'm going to welcome it.
That's right. We can fix you. It'll be okay. You'll be right. You'll be one of us, like you should be. Snip, snip, snip. You all see the threads cut. Kowalski, you're trying to help Janice, but they're not fighting it. They're actually pulling back from you, and you see these things converge on them, cut their threads, and you see their body sort of shimmer and fade away. And Janice, you meld into the ether with what you now know as the Gemmin. You are one. You are safe. You have no body. You don't need a body. You don't feel anything, but maybe not feeling is better because you don't have to feel the hurt anymore. You don't have to feel the pain. You don't have to worry about being yourself anymore because there is no self. And you fade away.
Goodbye, Janice.
Hannah's gonna lose her shit. Um, she is, you know, the essential optimist is still there, but transmuted into, you know, whatever I do, I'm gonna make it work. And where that is like white hot, you know, 5'2" of rage. Um, and launches herself at the robe scissor things. You know, it would look ridiculous, and it probably does, but who gives a shit, right? She's got this broken piece of plastic jewelry. She's shoving Mike behind her, like, get to the fucking door, you know, and trying to stab the hell out of these floating apparitions, like not even really talking that much.
Poppy's yelling, Hannah, we've got to go. Hannah, Janice is gone, but we can go. We can get out of here. The door's right there, Hannah.
Yeah,
We
she's
can't
like, yeah,
save them.
go. Just
Hannah,
trying to poke.
sis, come on.
Fuck. You sly bastard. Yeah, that'll do it.
Ah.
That'll do it.
We've
And-
already lost one of us. I'm not losing another one.
Yeah. Okay.
You pull away. These things are so distracted by cutting Janice's strings that it gives you a moment to slip away. You hear the, see, we said we could fix you. See? You'll be fine now. You'll be normal. You'll be right. And you run full pelt towards the door, the tiredness falling off of you as you go. And you arrive at the door. You hear the voices behind you calling, wait, we can still help you. We can still fix you. But the door is there, just waiting. And
Go ahead. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
And Poppy looks at you and says, I don't care if I'm not all there anymore. I got a life, I got a family. I got you. We got us. Let's go home.
Hell yeah, we do. And I'll open the door.
You open the door. The gold glitter falls in a cascade as you all step through into darkness and into an uncertain future. And that is where we will end this game. Thank you all for playing. You were a wonderful cast. Thanks to everyone for listening. This was an incredible time. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. And that, Friends of the Symphony, is where our show is going to end for the night. Thank you so much for everyone who joined in or is currently watching the replay. You are indeed the best part of waking up. We sincerely appreciate you. Do we have winners for tonight's stream? I didn't see those come through. Bridgett, I don't know how to trigger that. I'm sorry.
Working on it. Working on it.
Yep.
Working.
Just a moment.
It's working.
While we're
Yep,
while we're
Bridgett.
filling dead air here, Rina, amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bridgett, can you trigger the winners of the giveaway? Cool. All right, stand by.
Here
We
go.
got at Ring the Bell.
Yay!
Hey,
Thank you for watching along.
And ValyGirl Heather.
Yay, Heather!
Nice. Cool.
Yay.
All right. Again, if you enjoyed this content, please consider helping the Symphony make more by backing us on Patreon at patreon.com/symphony entertainment. Let's say goodnight again to our symphonic cast, starting with Nate.
This is wonderful, Rena. This is very heavy and also very fun to play. So thank you for putting this together and allowing us the space to explore this story. And I am your friend Nate. You can find me all over different community discords, play and run games there as well. I don't have anything else to say other than beware the rivers, folks. Beware the streams that you may run across in your life. You do not know how deep and how cold they are.
Thank you for that ominous outro, Nate. Heather.
It's almost hard to follow that up. That was beautifully creepy. Yes, definitely a huge thank you to the writer and our keeper and all around amazing human. Rina, love you. Thank you again for all this and for the being able to play with all of you in the cast. Yes, again, my name is ValyGirl Heather, generally on all the socials. Probably next up that you would see me. Again, I on the RuneQuest Glorantha, 6 seasons in Sartar, which is still ongoing. At least we have a few more episodes of that before we take a break. That's over on the Old Ways podcast. Occasionally on Saturday mornings, you will find me over on Trollord Games Twitch channel for the Jungles of Inklunade, Castles and Crusades live play. Bit here and there again, but in person, I will be in Madison, Wisconsin next month at Gamehole Con. You can probably find me wandering around there, helping out, running a few games. It's all up in the air. Some, at least some of it is, but I will definitely be there in person for that, and then following up in January in Philadelphia. I am a special guest out at the Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo or page. You'll definitely be able to find me there. I will be running a scenario for Amazing Adventures, again in conjunction with Trollord Games, but hopefully with some of the podcast stuff. Other than that, I'm turning it back to everyone. Thank you all for letting me be part of this.
All right. Thank you, Heather. And we'll go to Evan.
Sure. Yeah, I am Evan Perlman. Rena, absolutely no better person to write this, to run this, for handling it in a way that was exciting and scary and challenging in good ways. Thank you. And I know I usually do some kind of like spooky or weird thing about where you can find me, but you can find me on the Symphony Discord. You can find me on Blue Sky. You can find me on Facebook. And go and find a place where you feel safe and accepted and loved, and we'll hang out there.
Rina.
Everyone, I've been your keeper, also known as your harbinger of doom, Rina. You can find my scenarios in Drive Through RPG. I have 9 of them, including this one. And you can also find me on the Old Ways podcast as the head of Mythos, where I tell many more Cthulhu and Cthulhu Dark stories. And you can find me on other podcasts like Ain't Slayed Nobody, Miskatonic Playhouse, How We Roll podcast, and other places. And you can find me on Discord as the Inevitable Rena. And indeed, I am inevitable. And just remember, don't let anyone cut your threads.
And I'll bring up the rear here. I've been Carl. Can usually be found on the Symphony Discord. Rena, thank you again. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. I really enjoyed being a part of this cast. Thank you for having me. And with that, we are going to say goodnight. We hope you've enjoyed the Symphony, and we look forward to seeing you again. Have a wonderful night.